Hi there, welcome to the Obachan Chatter 2. I'm here with you to recap, and I'm super late. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 12, Episode 2. This episode is the first episode of the season, and it started off in the slow motion. You know how everybody walking all slow with their stuff on. So we see Erica first, she outside washing her black Porsche with heels on and some shorts. I don't know about to wash no damn car like that. And now we see Dorit, she coming out the shopping mall, one of them specialty stores with a bunch of bags. Let me sit up. This is uncomfortable. Hold on. Yeah. Oops. Okay, I feel better now. Okay. What else do we have? We have Kyle is walking to her car in slow motion. She wanna talk to her agent. I guess that's where she going. We got Bozemo. She is feel like she had a photo shoot. Okay. So we have hello. So we have Bozema is at the house getting ready to have company. I so like that wig on her head. That little jerk curl little wig. I like when she put all that long ass hair. I don't like it, but I like this look on her. Her daughter's cute too. She expecting Dorit to come by, so we see Dorit. She got a Hermes box because Bozma had a birthday party or something, and Dorit didn't give her a gift, so she bought her a quilt that cost $2,000. Not a quilt, a throw. So Dorit tells us that she's got very close to Bozma. That first thing in the morning, last thing at night. Anything that happened in her life, whether positive or negative, she's the first person on her mind that she's sitting call. So, both my asked to read how she was doing about having seen PK kiss a girl in a seeing her kissing a girl, and she said first she said I don't know this man. She didn't know who. She said she's not the same guy. So she said I was so upset with his behavior that Jared had a game, a softball game or something, and he was there, and she said she wouldn't even look in his direction. She didn't even say shit to him. So she said he had the nerve to put on the paper that he wanted joint custody, and she was like, his lifestyle don't allow him to keep her kids like that. So no, no, no joint shit with you. So she said that when she filed, she filed the same day that the kiss. So about this kiss, I guess it's the same day she seen the kiss. She said she ain't filed the next day. She filed that same day, and she said she felt some type of way because she thought at the reunion, all that shit that they always say. I want us to get back to where we was, but we just take it slow and spend time together, and not with the cameras. It just be us, and we spend time together, and we get close to all that bullshit we had to listen to. So the Reese said that's the bullshit that Kyle was saying, and they show her saying the bullshit. And she said it took 4 days later for Kyle to call her to ask her how she was doing. So Bozeman says that disappointed her because she was thinking that as soon as the opportunity presented itself, no matter how upsetting it was, the divorce and shit, Kyle should have jumped on that shit like an opportunity for them to get back close. So we see Kyle. She home cooking and she home with her daughters. So we find out that Farrah not getting married now. It's the other one. Somebody getting married. I think it's Sophia. One of them getting married, not Farrah no more. So anyway, they get ready to look at wedding shit. And Kyle said she real excited. She want her daughter to have everything. And she asking for everything too. When she said a bunch of shit and she said butterflies, I just shook my head. So she was saying that Mo don't live in his apartment no more, that he rent the house, and that the girls spend the night over there sometimes. She said Sophia not so much. So they would start asking her how they feel about seeing their father. and pictures with other women and shit. So the little girl said, Portia said at first, I tried to act like it wasn't there, like I ain't seeing the shit. And if people would ask me something about it, or they tried to talk to me about it, I changed the subject. She said, now somebody say something to me. I said, oh, he's just being a little whore. But she said, when he doing stuff, I tell him to tone it down. She said, it was a picture of him with some girl in the valet. He picking her up or something. And she said, they said they called him and told him about it, that he needed to tone it down. He said, oh, I thought we was private. She said, how you think he private than you in the valet? Calm that shit down. So anyway, they started saying he know how to behave himself. So they asked, I think they asked, can the parents bring a date to her wedding? And she was like, no, no, no. So anyway, she said something about them. Can they bring dates? No dates to the wedding. And she said, what did they say? She said something. No, Kyle said she's been desensitized. Now that she said when she first seen pictures that used to shock her when she see pictures of Mauricio with other women. She said, but she's become desensitized. She wish she didn't have seen. She wish she hadn't seen it. And I was like, girl, shut the hell up. You made a whole fucking lesbian video look like with that singer girl Morgan, and you always in her face. Y'all, girl, get out of here. If I was him, I'd be naked with a bitch on the street. I'm just telling you. So I think Portia said ever since she started going to therapy, it has helped her a lot. So she's like, shit, he lived his life, I live mine. That's what it pretty much boiled down to. And what they said, when this motherfucker step out of line, they fuck him up. Yeah, don't fuck around and find out the hard way. So uh Portia's like 17 now. She's the youngest, and Kyle said all her daughters are alpha males, and she said your ass will get checked, motherfucker, for doing dumb shit. So after that, it was the wife, the housewife, that dogs did the commercial. I think for Myers soap or some shit. It was cute. So when we come back from commercial, we meet Rachel Zoe. I remember her from being on Bravo. I can't remember what she did, but I know she was with her husband for 28 years. No, she went for 33 years. She married one for 28. They was they were together, just the two of them, for 18 years without no kids, and then all of a sudden they had two sons. And now he her ex with a girlfriend that he had for over a year. It's still, you can tell it's still new because it look like it's on her face. She has a beautiful house. Um, she said she never wear flats and she always herself. She said she'll put a cat out on to go to bed. So I was like, "Go ahead, bitch." So anyway, we see her visiting Kathy, and she said she know Kathy Hilton because she met Paris first, and when she met Kathy, she was out shopping with Nikki, Nicole Richie, I think, and she said ever since then her and Kathy been friends. So she said her bad habits is shopping. Mm, so she said, well, she gets fashion advice. So she said she just tell her friends, first of all, take that off and no. So she said she loves to get fashion advice. She has a media business. She has like 40 different licenses. And I said she way too much shit to me. She be having on two pocketbooks. One of them like is empty. That's too much shit. Necklace shit and the hair shit around your neck. It's too much. So her ex husband name is Rogers, and she said she was been trying to see him as a friend, and then you can tell the name. She said that episode of the Notebook, and Kathy tell her. Well, Kathy face looked like, girl, I don't give a shit about none of that. You want me to pack my clothes for this wedding in Paris? That's how her face looks. So anyway, Kathy just tell her if it's something I can help you with, let me know. So good. So Zoe said, Rachel said, that they grew apart. They're just different people. And she just real fucked up. She said it hurt when the person that her husband don't like her, don't know how to be around her or their children. I was like, girl, he just got problems. So we catch up with Erica and she meeting up with Kyle over at her house. And I was like, because they're going to go, I guess they riding over to Sutton together. And I'm like, I hate people just walk in your house, but that's why people do this shit. So they're going over there at Sutton house too because Reed was there. She visited Sutton's son James, graduated from high school. He gonna go to college, but before he go to college, he going on his European trip. I said, boy, these white people, they be doing it. Well, anybody that can do it be doing it. I don't care what color you is. That shit, man. You know how fucking cool it would have been if I graduated from high school. Then from high school, right I graduated, got take to the airport for my European trip for the summer. Come back, pack my shit up, and go to college. Man, what? So we at Sutton House. And Sutton House nice, but it's off the main road or some shit or on the main road. Remember that shit that Erica said? Erica ain't that cool about seeing Sutton. She already done fucked up. They're going to the little boy dinner graduation or whatever, whatever. And she done already left the fucking gift and said she don't care that she left the gift. So I said, Erica suck. Ain't too many of these motherfuckers I like. So I like Sutton House. And she said Sutton said her and her mom got better. They talk to each other, they FaceTime, so their relationship is a whole lot different. So as they sitting there in the chair though, Sutton look over there at her mother. And she said, are those my earrings? And her mother said, these not your earrings, these are mine. And you see how Sutton look at her, she look at her like she trying to check, make sure them ain't her earrings. I was like, "Really, your mother, she ain't wearing your earrings. What the fuck? I mean, she your mama. All right, Jim, when you come back through, can you close this door? Not unless you want to be in my video. But Erica said, fuck it, I forgot the gift. So they show up empty handed at her house. So Sutton tell us too that her and Erica, they've been going through shit for 5 years and that they both are guarded. So we'll see. So when they see each other, they are nice to each other. So they've been doing this shit for like 5 years. So I said, what is Erica wearing to somebody graduation? A shirt, a button up shirt with somebody in them drew a bustier dress on the front. I don't know. I don't like this shit. So Kyle asks where Avi is. So she said, I let Avi go. And she said, what happened? So Kyle said, what happened? And she said, so Sutton says communication issue. She said, nothing really happened. She said, I love him. He made me laugh. She said, he's seen a lot. Seen me get married, divorced, my kids graduate from school, go to college, blah, 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 blah. He done seen it all. So, she said, we friends. She said, you may far as I know, but I think we're cool. But she said, whatever went down is because complicated. So Kyle said she don't want to talk about it. And Erica said, yeah, she deflected. So Kyle tells us that Sutton wasn't really easy on Ivan. We see all this shit. We see incidents the way she not really be. They shows clips of incidents when Sutton is not being real nice to Ivy. I'm surprised he ain't just one of them clips. He should just turn around and say, "Bitch, if you don't stop fucking with me, since y'all such good friends." So then they asked her what the fuck happened with her and Garcelle, and she swept them down. She don't know. She said she was calling and texting. She ain't never answered her back. She said she confused. So, everybody sitting there talking. Then all they sitting there talking. She always got to do some dumb shit. Here go Kathy, pulling out scissors out of her bag to cut the tag off of her hat. You know that song used to be a show that came on called Hee Haw, and that lady, she died back years ago, Mother Pearl or some shit, who has to have her, I think her price tag used to stay on her hat. It's like, why is she always trying to steal a moment? Kathy, that shit is not cute. You look ridiculous. Stop doing that dumb shit. And she do that shit again, I think at the table at the next party, at car party the next week. She pulled out a pair of jeans. I was bringing these to. So anyway, sitting at the table. Oh, so anyway, sitting there and they at the gathering or whatever. and they give a toast to Reba at the table because it's time to eat. So Sutton started telling them that Christian, her ex-husband, did some bullshit. He went because he Catholic. He went to the Catholic church and asked them to annul their wedding, annul his marriage. But she said, I think she's married to him for 17 years, and they did that shit. And they said when they notified her, they called her Sutton Brown. That's what her husband's last name is. So the mother said, did that make them bastards? So she was like, no, it don't have nothing to do with the kids. They all that shit still stay intact. So, anyways, they was, I'm gonna go back to Garcelle for a minute. She said Garcelle don't speak to them. So Erica wanted us to know how big and bad stuff shit. She don't follow me. I'm follow shit. I'm follow her. We don't care, Erica. So anyway, while they sitting there at the table, they start on. This Kyle says she wants to have a hot girl summer party. And I was like, she want to have a hot girl summer party, but she don't even know what hot girl summer is. At least that's what she tell us. She know what that shit is. She got them girls. And then when she was sitting at the table talking all that slang, don't get it twisted. Don't mess it. Don't get checked. She whatever, girl. You know what that shit meant. So anyway, Kyle Sutton asked her. So they start talking about PK. And Derek just take the long way. Do you kids know this motherfucker y'all divorced or not? Yes, but no. And yes, I still don't know the fucking answer, so I'm just gonna get off of that. So somehow or another, they asked her how she felt about the picture. Am I getting mixed up? No, I'm not. They asked her how she felt about that picture. No, no, I'm jumping to hold up. No, no, no. Scratch. Let's do this. So they sit at the table to talk about PK, and so they started talking about this picture, and she said she don't recognize him, and she filed for divorce. Blah blah blah, and the picture don't bother her because she didn't recognize who he was. And it's like, do you think it was staged? And Kyle says no, he didn't even know they had taken that picture. So Sutton said, "Do you still talk to PK?" And she said no, but she looked like she was lying. So I think Kyle still talked to PK. So Reba said, "Ooh, PK so unattractive." So I think no, I know Sutton agreed with it too, but I will say this sidebar, girl, you better be quiet. You know when you come for PK, you was crying last time he jumped in your ass. Now you're gonna be crying because they're gonna talk about you and your mama. So just leave him alone. So Rachel Zoe tell us too that she just has a hard time with her ex husband. And they said, "Do she like coming home to her house?" And she said, "I sure do. First of all, because it's mine and it's quiet and it's peaceful, so that's why I like it." So I said, "Her boys, she cooking her son's breakfast. Her boys are real handsome." So she's sitting there talking to him. He said, "With love is too easy. If love is easy, somehow love if love is too easy." It was something the little boy said. It was some kind of wise little shit. But he said that even though divorce and shit going on, he like his dad. So she said he like his dad. So I guess that's good. So we got Bose and Erica meeting for dinner, and they hadn't seen each other in a while. And she tell her she did something called Wildly Loop or something in Wild Kingdom. She was performing doing some shit and how much fun she had, but while she was doing it before she walked out on the stage, somebody had sent her some shit on Tom being sent to prison, got 7 years or something, how empty and void that he looked. And she said, I guess it's the end of his story, but it's the beginning of hers. So she said, what's going on? What's going on? Like Bo's trying to figure out she had a man, but we all saw in the summer that she had met some dude who was in the military or something. Allegedly, he did some fraudulent shit too, or something about him ain't right. But he was in the service, and she's letting him know that that's what she's dealing with now. And we know that Bose is still with Keely, trying to have a baby, want to get married, all that, all that, all that. Don't ask me why. So they started talking about Sutton, and she said she don't know. It said Sutton is not stable. You know, she's not consistent enough. And Chloe said she don't think she can trust her. And she said she don't know what happened with Garcelle, but she think because she didn't have her back for whatever reason. You know what reason Garcelle talking about, girl. So they said she gonna. But Sutton had friends in the group. She seems like she reevaluating everything because she don't have nobody in the group for her to have meaningful relationships. She gonna have to. She gonna have to play like play right. So she said, because Boaz said, because you know, I don't know. I'd be like, would a real Slim Sutton still stand up? And here go Erica. I don't know if I say nothing about Slim. And they both just start laughing. I like the dress that Boaz, the one like the flowers, like it got roses pushed on it. I like that dress pretty good. So anyway, all the ladies getting ready for Kyle party. Kyle Sutton called Kyle. It's because she just said, girl, I took James to the airport. I'm at Nesta. And Kyle said, well, okay, that's cool. And maybe we're going to have to be doing shit now that your kids is gone and mine's is just two of us. And she said, we're going to do a lot of stuff. So she said, have you talked to Dorit? And she said, no, I haven't talked to Dorit, but if Dorit wants to talk to me, she'll be able to talk to me. That's how Sutton was acting. I don't know why she was acting like that, though. But she don't want to talk to. She don't want to talk to. She don't really want to talk to Dorit about shit. I said she don't seem like she want to talk to her. So Kyle said that they're just not the best match for each other. She don't know why they don't get along. They just don't. So Kyle place is being decorated cute. Um, her personal assistant named Jen. I guess she in charge of at the festivities. Kyle checking out everything. She seems to like it pretty good. So anyway, it's time for the party to start. And you got Erica come around the corner wearing fucking pajamas that I don't like her outfit. So then another group of ladies, two other ladies come and they think it's the Reap, but it's not the Reap, it's Faye. So anyway, Kyle drinking and I think Faye somebody asked her is she drinking alcohol? Because had you returned back to the dark side, and Carl said, for your information, it's non-alcoholic, and I can still go to the dark side. Don't get it twisted. I was like, girl, get out of here. So Boaz is telling us, like I said, her and Chili been together for a year and a half. She still want to build that life with this motherfucker. So it's time to get ready to go. And she wearing a gold dress, but she said she don't want her hair to be long and flowing without nothing to it. She don't want to look like Cher, even though she likes Cher. When they finish with bows, hey, it looks pretty. So Kyle said, so when Boaz comes, greet at the party, they start hugging and laughing. Oh, I want to know everything to me about the ring and the baby and what's going on with you. So Kyle said she wanted to get close to Boaz. And Bozeman, I don't know why I call her Boaz, fuck it. And said that when she first met Kyle, Kyle was closed. But if she opens up and is willing, and she is too, she said, but if she don't, then me and her just be acquaintances. That that's it. So the Hank and on Bozeman, he is so long. It was funny. It got in Erica and Kyle's mouth. That shit was funny. So anyway, all of a sudden here she come. They talking about Sutton. Just who walk in Sutton. So we see Dorit say, "Oh, Sutton who? Oh, I almost forgot about her." And she said if she sees Sutton, she didn't recognize who she was last time. She was so quiet, all the shit she talked. And she said that she don't wanna fight with Sutton, but if Sutton go there, she'll meet her. I'll meet you right there. Yep. So Sutton walks up and they all hug each other. So Dorit says something and Sutton agrees with it and goes out to shake her hand and Dorit is hesitant, but she winds up shaking her hand. She said, you ain't gonna turn on me. So Bose said, girl, Sutton, I ain't seen you in a long time, but she jumping her ass. What happened to Ivy? What's up with Garcelle? You have an empty nest? Tell me, girl. So she said that they were Garcelle really hurt her, and that's when I think the Reach said, "Do you think she was your friend or was just a alliance?" And that really messes with Sutton because she said that when people say that about Garcelle, it hurts her feelings because that was her friend, not no alliance. That's her friend. So she said no, she's not gonna believe it about her. So we hear Kyle say that she glad that Ivy gone and Garcelle so we can get to see who Sutton is because she said the Sutton that we see or the Sutton that's around them ladies ain't the one to be around her. So she said she want to see that Sutton. So here come Kathy and Rachel and Bozeman know her because she went on Rachel's podcast and they've been tight ever since. They just liked each other. So Erica over there eating and ain't nobody else eating but her. So it's time to eat though. So everybody sit down and they start talking and Rachel goes, if you come to my house to have a party, it's gonna be all boys because I got two boys. Um, Me and my ex been apart for a year, and Bo said, "Yeah, but you doing okay?" So the kids, so they start talking about whether to retold her kids or not, and Rachel says that kids want two parents that love them. What she say? That love them, not each other. So that's when they was asking the reason I told you she was on. Jackie, no, he don't know. I didn't tell. I don't know. I don't give a fuck if her kids know or not. So she said when she tried to talk to Jagger about it, he brushed her feelings off, and Zoe said, Rachel said, yeah, that's what boys do. So then Kyle says she can remember when her and Mauricio started their shit that they wasn't telling their kids nothing and it was fucking with their kids. So they found this came and said, "Listen, what are y'all doing? What the fuck is going on? Talk to us." So we hear Sutton say, "What you do? Wait till you're 35 and tell them." I don't know. Everybody got their own opinion. Mind your business and let tell them when the fuck they want to tell them. Our kids already know. So Rachel starts saying, Raquel starts saying, you'd be happy not to be with PK anyway, I think. She said something about because he's a narcissist and who needs to be with a narcissist. Um, she said it would have broke up anyway. This Rachel, it would have been over in 5 years anyway. I mean, I'm saying I know it hurts, but I'm just telling you. She said, are you dating? She said, you can date. She said, so she started talking to Kyle. She said, I seen Mauricio when I was in Aspen. And she said that entertainment shit is small. Where we roll is the out circles is real small, especially in Aspen and here in L.A. And she said somebody had tried to set me up with Mauricio, and she said when he was there, she seen him with girls and shit. She said, but I was like, no. But she said, seeing Kyle's face, I don't think her and Rachel gonna get along that good. So Rachel tell her that she should go out 3 nights a week and that she'll feel so much better. That staying home is not the way. So that's when they start saying they're gonna have a hot girl summer. So they're gonna have a hot girl summer. And it's supposed to start at, they're gonna start having parties and shit. So listen, you could have been anywhere, but you was here for me with me for 28 minutes and 50 seconds. I love you for it. I'll be back with another review later. Bye now.